Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Tuesday, which means it is time for another Nozz Watches Log Horizon, the final one. Holy sweet Jesus Christ, we're done. Oh jeez. Until like January, when season 3 comes out. God, January's gonna be like a really rough month. I've got to start so many new But in the last episode, the previous episode that I actually thought was the final episode, because I'm a dumb idiot and didn't think this thing had 25 episodes, so our boy Shiro rolled up to where the moths were coming from. There is an evil moon wizard on the roof, and Shiro has lost his mojo. Oh no. Shiro he can't push his glasses up anymore. But at the very end, he just decided, oh no, the thing that was giving me anxiety, I'm just going to ignore it and pretend it doesn't exist. Because this is an anime, which means that will actually work. Oh boy, yeah, no, that's a thing. I honestly, I'm hoping they stick the landing on this one, because holy shit, Shiro gave me the big cringe, like, at the end of the last one. Like, the gamer speech was already bad enough, like, from fucking Elfman, but, like, man, Shiro, like, we have to make a decision. I choose option C, all of the above. Like, fuck off. But let's get in here and let's see how they wrap this season off, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, and go! It's like, back in 2014, this was like, for most people, this is the end of Log Horizon. So like, they better end this shit off right if people were so, like, big dicked over this series for so long, right? Unless it was just Stockholm Syndrome. Why not just... Okay, other question, because maybe I missed something. Why would they not just wait for the night to be over? If moonrise means that the moths come out and the moths fucking put everyone to sleep, why not wait until the moths are gone? Like everyone there has been immune to the moths so far, but that could literally change based on exposure. Like, if that was me, I'd be like, okay, we're gonna wait until the moon goes down, and then we're gonna move. If people back home fall down, that's a big oofer doofer, but, I mean, if we fall asleep, we literally cannot complete the mission. Like, I don't know, like, it seems like a thing. Another thing I wonder, have they tried killing the people that fell asleep? Like, you know? Like, just to try it. Just someone who's like, oh man, this guy was suicidal anyway. Just like, stab him, kill him, and wait for him to wake up at the cathedral. You know? Because if they don't come back, then hey, that means, hey, we've discovered a way for the suicidal to just die. Damn, can't believe my man can summon the moths before the sun goes up. The sun goes down. CG Moth 3. So, yes. Shiro is activating communism. He's redistributing everyone's mana. Which then lets Party 2 get in there and fuck shit up. Alright, cool. My man is in, like, a super serious situation. He's still adding the Nozz, dude. Using Enchanter as a type. I will point out, At certain points in World of Warcraft Cataclysm, warlocks were viable tanks. Why does that crossbow make the Halo 1 sniper rifle sound? Like, my gamer, that is actually. Ah, yes, they brought the summoner. I wonder. I guess she just finished her Dreadworm trance. Yeah, why? Yeah, maybe they should have brought democracy. I don't know. I love these fucking combos they got going. That's great. God, everybody's simping for Natsugu. God damn. God. God, when show gets serious, like when fucking Sojiro gets fucking serious, like he's like fucking scary, dude. My man's just spook as fuck. I mean, you're still gonna deal with the trash mobs, my dude. Like, fuck my gamer. Wait, level 86? His level is lower than his minions! What the fuck? They really did just scrape this shit together last minute, didn't they? See, he's already basically asleep. He's got his eyes closed. Everybody should take a nap. You guys look tired. Very single-minded about him, huh? It's almost as if they're not exactly sapient beings, like Roe 2 said. Everyone fuck his ass. I thought they had 9. Oh, the moon's not up. Okay. His wife! Oh no! Oh no, democracy's wife! Of course the Odyssey Knights are like, yes, finally, eternal rest! Fucking, of course, of course. Of course they're just like lining that shit up in lines on their forearms and just going like, Jesus, dude. Party 1, just do more DPS though. DPS harder. Does this man even work off of aggro? At least Tetra's having fun. Ah, he's dodge tanking. Why did he follow them? He could have just stayed on the roof and been fine. Hand over your soul. I feel like handing over your soul, even if you manage to go home because of it, is not. I don't know. I feel like maybe that's not worth it. That's. What the fuck? His fucking head became his torso. Yeah, Sojiro! Shiro refers to her as Tetra Sama. Like, clearly the true leader of Log Horizon is the idol. Let's be 100% clear here. All hail Lord Tetra. Jesus fucking Christ. My man got a phase 3. Man, it's almost as if like having one person with fucking regen abilities and one person with barriers is like, really useful. Hmm. So so that big AoE hits people that have aggro. So that means that how many tanks how many tanks do they have? Like I only saw Nautsugu. If that's the case, you just want to ensure that okay, well, Samurai's a tank. So you want to ensure that like everybody who is a tank and has defensive cooldowns maintains their aggro. Even if they're not like at full like pulling aggro. So then when he uses that attack, they have to use their cooldowns. That's an actually pretty interesting mechanic for something that's not a real boss fight. Because he isn't a real boss fight, it's a crazy asshole. Of course, pretty sure Shiro isn't fighting him the way that I would do it, so eh. I mean, my dude, if you didn't sacrifice those memories, you wouldn't be allowed to come back from the dead, so. I don't know, King. That feels like a Sophie's choice to me. I don't know. Rip in peace, Mothman. Now West Virginia will be free from your influence. Did the moon just get smaller? Also, can't believe my man got a mermaid lolly with just. My man got a mermaid lolly just like resting her feet on him. I guess that's the dream for some of these people. Hello, Tetra. How are you? Yeah, democracy! Democracy ain't never going home. My man got his wife. Yeah. God, I didn't think I would like Demic. Oh, careful, careful, you dumb idiot. The fact that it was never actually a choice. It was like, oh yeah, no, you'll always be able to get both of them. And the fact that it was a potential choice was the thing that was causing Shiro to have issues. It is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Holy shit. Because all you had to do was kill the boss. Like, come on now. Princess Kaguya. What? Whomps? Is it Chun-Li? Yeah! How did she get a communication thing? Or not Chun-Li, fucking Tifa. Ugh. Yeah, fuck, They should not have made Street Fighter free on PlayStation. China. If she got to the moon from China, that'd be fucking ridiculous. So they could literally connect with everybody from the rest of the world. Oh. Damn, you should have got your daughter logged into the game, Chief. Should have got your kid logged into the game. Because now that kid's starving to death. They gonna get back to Earth and that kid gonna be dead of starvation. Oh, yes! Yes, that's the right fucking opinion! That's the right opinion to have. Don't take people back to dumbass fucking Earth. Bring people from dumbass fucking Earth over to the fucking fantasy world. Fantasy worlds are infinitely better than dumb shit bullshit Earth. Know what you don't gotta deal with in bullshit fantasy worlds? Fucking people literally burning the world down around you. Open up passage both ways. Yeah! The correct answer! Because I was gonna say, forcing people to go home or forcing people to stay is against the very fucking, like, libertarian ideals that he's been fucking pushing. The whole point of libertarianism is you didn't choose to be in this world, but you can choose everything else you could fucking do with it. Or at least that's the idea. So hey, at least he's staying true to his fucking ideals. No, you don't. You've got like 4 tops. Imagine if she could join his guild from across the fucking servers. I really want to see what Europe looks like. Because that one little freeze frame we had... That one little freeze frame we had where it looked basically intact but deserted. I want to know. Like, I want to know what each what each server's, like, apocalypse was. What?! You're going to China. It, is he okay? He's okay! How the fuck did he get to China? He's dead ass still carrying that girl's arm. He's dead ass still carrying that girl's arm, and the arm is still alive. That's fucking horrible nightmares. Hmm. Imagine if he got banished to Brazil. That's exactly what he's fucking telling you. Nut up or shut up, bitch. Like, she's so against him, but she doesn't even know what his actual fucking goal is anymore. Like, Jesus, dude. Oh, I really want Kitsune Girl just smack that bitch over the face. Just like, you're a rat, you're a piece of shit, just shut the fuck up, maid. Yeah, don't punch the Kitsune. And if he starts the negotiations, you have the advantage. Because he's going to put his cards on the table first. Ruin Island's Jaxie. What did she just do? What did she just do? Also, what is that island? Is that a real island? I would assume so. Mayonnaise. How do you miss mayonnaise? I don't even like mayonnaise and I know how to make it. It's like eggs and fucking vinegar, right? Like, Shiro just fucking loves curry. Why do the Japanese love curry so much? Like, is it because it's something that you could serve easily on rice? Good work for now. Yeah, fuck you, Minori, you sack of fucking human garbage! And there's the end. Oh boy. And yet the ending. It's just the greatest hits of the season. Okay, so I feel comfortable just talking through this then. Um. Okay, so this episode. So we'll start with the episode first. Usually, like, I'll like just go off and I'll talk about the series first. And I realize that's kind of backwards. So, episode focusing first. So I really like in this show when they do like raid fights. Like I really like it because I like playing MMOs. I love playing MMOs. I've been playing World of Warcraft. I was playing World of Warcraft. I'm not currently playing World of Warcraft. Since fucking 2004, 2005. I don't know. When did it come out in Europe? Because that's when. And then, of course, like I moved to the American servers, like in Burning Crusade and all that. But yeah, I played World of Warcraft all the way up until fucking Battle for Azeroth, and then it was shit. And then I stopped, and now I'm playing Final Fantasy 14 and occasionally the Old Republic. So like I play a lot of MMOs. I fucking love MMOs, and raiding is a big thing that I like to do. I wish I could do it more in Final Fantasy 14, but I don't have a fucking static. But hey, post-credit scene. Damn, I can't believe Tetra and Marie are hanging out and being friends. I mean, are they really I feel like the crocodile could beat the giraffe. Haha, funny, haha, man. But yeah, like so, like seeing like the concept of a raid and raid mechanics being translated into anime form is really cool because like I can then look at a situation and be like, and like the way it's described, be like, oh, this guy's doing this, and in my brain I can go like, okay, cool. So the way you could get around this is you could do this, and this, and then like Shira will say something, and either he'll say the same thing I do, or he'll say something else, and I'm like, I mean, I guess you could do that, or why would you do that? That seems so fucking risky for no fucking reason, my dude. Come, you're trying to get a clear here, dog. The fuck, like, it is. It like honestly, I really like that tickles a part of my brain that I really like. It really does, and it's fun. I like it. Fucking hell, there's like some shit going on outside. I don't know what the fuck that's about. But that's honestly really good, and I like seeing just like all of these things that like in reality it's in the real world. It's dumbass sits behind keyboard and presses his number keys in a certain order. But in the show, it's they've got all these abilities and they've got to balance them against their own mobility and like ability to fucking actually move and do things, and that's really cool. So I really like those fights a lot. Um, the I am a little confused as to like the old man's thing, but like it could just be that the genius is just kind of random incoherently, because that's kind of been a thing that's been established so far. They kind of just random incoherently based on what they're programmed for. So that's kind of weird. But man was told send people to sleep, so that's all he shouts about. Essentially an NPC. So that's fine, I guess. The moth thing, like the moth thing, I think was kind of a decent idea as far as like a ticking clock. And a ticking clock, as much as I will give ticking clock shit, there are times when they work very well, and they are a very traditional method to add a what's the word? To add stakes. Like if you overuse them, it does come across as lazy. So like at the very least, like this show has been pretty good about keeping the ticking clocks to a minimum and saving them until they're absolutely needed. So hey, good job there. The fight against the big old guy, I like quite a bit. You know, because it's like it had a unique mechanic, and they kind of just beat his ass. Like they beat his ass like fairly. You know, like they beat his ass through actually using proper mechanics that you probably would actually use in a raid fight like this, instead of being like, your power of friendship. Like, you know, it's pretty good. And the conversation with Kanami, like, you know, like linking those two up, that's pretty good. I kind of wish we knew how the fuck Krusty wound up in China, but I mean, hey, who knows? Knowing Krusty, maybe he did wind up in Brazil and he just fought his way across. Who knows? Because apparently there is a way to get from America to Europe. And just like the final idea of just like Like, I've always felt really sketchy about Shiro being like, oh, we gotta go home, gotta send everyone home, or, oh no, we gotta make the decision between going home and staying here. And like, I really fucking hated that because it felt like the whole thing that Shiro has been going for, like, since the beginning, especially with how the way the round table is set up, is they're in a world where everybody is exceptionally fucking powerful compared to the world around them. Like, this is the perfect place for someone to be literally whatever they want. This is the like this sort of world is 110% the epitome of equality of circumstance, equality of circumstance, equality of opportunity. That's what I'm looking for. Like everybody at some point starts at level 1, and they can level up independently of anyone else. There's nobody that can stop them from leveling up. They can get gear, they can do whatever. Like, everybody's got the same start point and the same ability to increase with no way for somebody to encroach on it. So the way Oshiro set up was a perfectly libertarian society. Now, I don't mean like American libertarian, where it's like, I'm a sovereign citizen. No, I mean actual, like, John Locke shit. And the fact that, like, now he's, and the fact that now he's like, oh yeah, go home, go stay here. Like, besides the fact that people are depressed for no fucking reason, like, what the fuck? Like, do these people, like, yearn to suckle at the fucking teat of, like, an oppressive, like, society that, like, controls everything you fucking do? Like, is that what they want? I'm not saying Japan is that. I'm taking it as far in the opposite direction as I can. This is what we call in the business one of them hyperboles. I know it's hyperbole. I know. Like, yeah. The fact that, like, Konami could just be like, yeah, why don't we just go both ways? Because I know people that would love to be here but aren't. Like, that is the correct answer. The answer is not send everyone home or keep everyone here. It is find a way for people on both sides to choose. Because surely people back on Earth are like, okay, what the fuck is happening? Like, that's a good way to do it. I'm kind of annoyed that Shiro didn't think of that himself, but the man's got some brain problems, so I guess that's fine. Oh boy, but so overall, yeah, very good episode. Very, very, very good. As for the rest of it, though, series ending. Because I do got to treat this as a series ender, because this came out in 2014. It is now 2020, and the next season won't come out until 2021. I know it's entirely because tax evasion man went to jail. I know. But I guess that's how I got to treat it. So, okay. As a series ender, I would say that this is very, very bittersweet, in that you've got a big climactic battle, but it also sets up a lot of shit that, for people that were watching this when this came out, they would not get an answer until fucking 7 years later. That is... Ooh, that's some bad mouthfeel right there. I don't know about that one, dog. 7 years, that's a long time to fucking wait. Like, fucking, this anime, fuck, this anime came out 2014. Oh god, dyscalculia is happening. I would have been 19? I'm gonna say 19. I think I was 19. Once again, dyscalculia. Dyslexia, but math. Okay? Yeah, so, 19. That's... God, I am going to be 26 by the... I'm gonna be 26 the year this comes out. Right? It's before my birthday, but still. That is a long time to wait. That's a long fucking time to wait. And if you, God, imagine, the younger anime fans, someone who was, 13 when this shit came out. They don't get to see the end of the story until they're 20 years old. That's a right there. I don't know about that one. But, I imagine they probably knew that at some point they would get to continue the story once he got out of jail. but at the same time, what if they didn't? Like, I feel like maybe they could have added a little bit of finality to it. Like, leave stuff open, but add a little bit of finality. Add, like, a monologue at the end or something. But the way this ends is very much, it's just like, oh, it's the end of an episode. Da-da-da-da-da. Haha, stay tuned for episode 26, fuckers. Like, yeah, that feels weird. Like if I did not know that season 3 was coming out, I'd be like, that's it? That's yeah. Like, yeah, it's really not great. That's really like a really bad way to end off a series. Like, I guess, like, we're lucky that season 3 is happening, I guess. Like, 'cause that means that this is not the end. That means that we might actually get an ending at some point. But, there you go. There you go. As for the series as a whole, I'd say The Log Horizon is a show that is very, very good, but has a lot of really big narrative missteps. I would say that the show is honest, and I'm gonna be straight up here. The show is about Shiro. That is it. The show is about Shiro, Naotsugu, and Akatsuki as our main trio, and Yanta as well, I guess. But Shiro is the main guy. He is the first character we met. He is the one that drives the plot. He is the protagonist, and he has a dedicated antagonist in the form of fucking Kitsune girl, whose name I've forgotten. He even has a Virgil character in the form of Krusty, but like a Virgil character that's not going to fucking murder him to death. I think that this show is anytime we're focusing on Shiro and following him or following one of the supporting characters that actually helps drive the plot further, like Akatsuki or Naotsugu, the show is at its absolute fucking best. Like, the plot is driven forward at a nice and steady pace, and everything works exceedingly well. But then we've got big chunks of each season where the plot grinds to an absolute fucking halt and nothing happens for 10 episodes out of 25. Like, I just... I just don't know, dog. I feel like if you removed the shitter squad entirely, if you had them hanging around in the background, like, maybe give them one episode here or there, like, they would be a lot more tolerable. Because at the moment, it feels like there are large sections of these seasons that come off as just filler. And it honestly is. Like, it doesn't really progress the plot at all. Like, the closest they get is that they will run into a character that will then, at a later date, advance the plot. Like, Roe 2. But the thing is, you don't even need them to meet... You don't even need them to meet the fucking, like, shitter squad in order to do what they're doing. Like, if you had Roe 2... Like, instead of Roe 2, like, giving them a letter to deliver to Shiro... If you just had her roll up to Akihabara, meet up with Shiro, and be like, hey, dumbass, here's what's happening, and then she leaves to go to that island to do whatever the fuck she was doing, literally nothing would change except that the series would be like 10 episodes shorter. They'd have to come up with more episodes. Like, that's literally all that fucking changes. Like, you know, like, So, I think as a whole, this series is good, but there are some major narrative mistakes as far as focus goes. Like, the show loses focus like it's got fucking ADHD in a fucking candy store. I don't know. I think, like, if I were to give this like a number, if I were to put a number on this, I'd say this show is like an easy, like, 8 out of 10. And the only reason it gets to that 8 out of 10 instead of being a 7 is purely because it treats the subject matter very well. Like, it's clear that the guy who is making this, who is writing this, he knows enough about MMOs to be able to translate their mechanics fairly decently well most of the time, as opposed to most of the other like MMOs to fucking anime isekai things, where the writer very clearly does not. Like Reki Kawahara, for example, guy clearly has no fucking idea how game design works, and it shows. The Overlord guy, it's clear that he knows a lot about how video games work, or at least like Dungeons and Dragons and regular tabletop games, but it's clear he has gaps in his knowledge. So as a result, he made it so that it's not really a video game, it's just a real world, but the video game spells work now. And even then, it is clear, even in Overlord, that he does not quite understand how game balancing works, because, like, the ability for players to rewrite the rules of the game, that is not something you want to give players for a balance perspective. That's really not, but you don't think about it because Overlord does not take place inside a video game. It is a world that is being invaded by a guy with powers from the game he was in. You know, like, that's how it works. But the Log Horizon, they went straight up and went like, yeah, no, you're in video game world now. Balance and fucking effects and all that all applies. Like, you know, it's cool, you know, it's like, and that requires a knowledge of balance, of gameplay, of player tendencies. And while he doesn't hit the mark 100% of the time, he has missed a couple times, he's there 95% of the time, and that 95% is a really fucking good 95%. And that 5%, honestly, once it's passed, you don't really think about it all that much, because it doesn't come up. Like, it's good. It's a very good series. I can see why people were excited for Season 3, but my god, Season 3 better cut down on the shitter squad, and they better fucking knuckle down and actually fucking focus on Shiro and the actual protagonist people give a fuck about. Holy shitballs, my dude. But that's all I gotta say. So let me know what you thought of this down there in the comments, whether you liked it, you disliked it, or you want to bring up something I left out, because that's entirely possible. Oh, boy. And let me know what your favorite part of Log Horizon is, and if you're excited for the next season coming out in 2021 at some point. I'm saying it's January, but I don't actually have a date, so I'll probably just have to double check it and just keep an eye on the calendar, but yeah. Yeah, as always, I am Nozz. Remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe, share on social media, tell your friends, hit the share button down below, and if you want, you can always support me on Patreon, which is linked in the description. In the description, and on the end card, along with a list of all the people to keep the show up and running. If you do become a patron, you get access to some goodies that are all listed on the patron page. But one of the main ones that just about all of them take advantage of is the ability to basically say, hey, Nozz, here's what you're doing on the channel, dum-dum, and it goes on the list. Since anime is basically cancelled until 2021, I'm going to be going through a lot of the stuff on the patron list going forward, so now's the time. Oh, boy. This one, Log Horizon was a patron request, actually. I don't remember by who. I probably should remember, but, like, it was a long time ago I started this. I should probably double check it, but I'm not going to, because it would take too long and it would not work very well unless I can get it in this conversation. But yeah, so this is gonna get replaced with something next week. I don't know what yet. I gotta spin the wheel. Oh, it was HTF. Is HTF still a patron? I mean, even if someone's not a patron, I'm still gonna do their stuff because, you know, they paid for it, so I'm not gonna, like, take them off the list because they stopped being patron for, like, whatever reason. But like, yeah. So thank you, HDF, and I look forward to continuing this in Season 3. Anyway, so, as always, I'll see you in the next video, but most importantly of all, become a trash mammal today, and I will see you a round.